Hi everyone, and welcome to the WTD podcast. My name is Kyia Mochitani, and I'm your host for today's episode. Every episode, it'll be me right here. So, for today's episode, we are talking all things want to date. And within that realm, we are talking how to feel secure within your relationship. And I kind of wanted to dive really deep this episode and talk about, how I started and where I was at the beginning of Jake and I's relationship and how I've evolved to become and where I've evolved to be. So, here's the story. I relied on Jake to, fulfill me within myself. I relied on him to compliment me. I relied on him to make me feel good. I relied on him to validate me, to be that person that lifted me up constantly. But you might have knew I was going to say that. So I want to go a little bit one step deeper, and I want to tell you about a specific story that I'm really, really embarrassed about, and it makes me feel telling it or even having to say it out loud. So there was a few instances in years 1 and 2, I would say. Whenever Jake would talk to girls, I would feel so jealous. I would feel so insecure. I would start questioning everything about myself. I would look at them and oh my God, the way he's looking at her, or oh my gosh, what does she have that I don't have, or how could this is so mean, and all of these things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thinking back, I'm like, holy moly, I wish I would have known that, what I know now. And it was just so sad, and I feel embarrassed, and I feel, I don't know, I just feel a little sad about it. And looking back, you want to know why I felt like that? You want to know why I felt so insecure? You want to know why I was so jealous? You want to know why I was questioning and comparing myself? The truth is, deep down to my core, I was probably one of the most insecure people in the whole wide world. And if you knew me in high school, you would know I was an extroverted person. And I know it's because I was so insecure, and I wanted the attention, the validation, the words to hear. I wanted people to tell me basically, oh my God, Kyia, you're awesome, or oh, you're this. And that is what I fueled off of. That's what made me feel good. But deep down, the moments that I got alone, the moments I sat down and just sat with myself, was the moment that I realized, holy moly, I am so insecure, and I am so empty. I am so empty inside, and I don't even know who I am. I didn't know who I was without Jake. I didn't know what I liked without Jake. I didn't know how to live without Jake, right? Thank goodness I know what I know now, and it's better late than never, I guess, but makes me so sad. So I not only did I want Jake's validation, but I wanted other people's. And when I didn't receive attention was when I didn't feel validated, and that's when I felt insecure or mad or empty or just angry at the world. So how did I start to feel secure within Jake and I's relationship? How did that start? And the truth is, starting your journey of feeling secure within yourself first. Don't focus on the relationship you have with your friends, with your parents, with your significant other, or anything like that. Work on feeling secure within yourself. And I want to dive deep, and I want to show you, not show you, but tell you how I started that, and how I started to feel confident and feel secure. So, first of all, it was all understanding that it's an inside job. That I have everything that it takes within me to feel secure, to feel confident. I just had to tap into that. I just had to realize, I didn't have to live this way forever. I had to realize, oh my God, I don't like the way I'm being. I don't like making Jake feel like he's doing something wrong for talking to a friend when he's not doing anything wrong at all. So I had to understand, okay, it's possible. Number one, it's possible. I could feel secure. I could feel confident and happy and validated. So knowing that it's possible, and I want you to know that if you're like where I was in life, just know it's possible. And you don't have to feel like this forever, because it's not fun to feel like this. It's not fun to get jealous. It's not fun to feel like you need other people's validation, right? So it's possible. And then I had to sit down with myself and say, okay, why? Why do I feel insecure? Why am I getting jealous? Why is my heart pitter-pattering when he's talking to another girl? Why do I have to feel, why do I feel like he's the one factor of my life that is the one thing that makes me feel good? So it was basically because I didn't know who I was or whatever I liked, or I didn't know who I was or what I liked or anything of that sort without Jake. And so when I asked myself, okay, well, what do I like? What does Kyia like? Not just what Jake like, or Jake and Kyia, what does Kyia like? And it was, okay, at the time being, it was, okay, I like playing soccer. That makes me feel good. I'm able to get out my frustrations or play a sport that I love, okay? It was the sunset. I loved sunsets. I loved looking at sunsets, and I like views. Okay, that's what also made me feel good. I liked quotes. Quotes were something that's always stood out to me, that always made me feel like I wasn't alone, if you will. And so when I realized, okay, these are the things that made me feel good, I started doing those things. I started going to more sunsets. I started to play more soccer. I started to, what was the last thing I said? Why do I not remember? Hold on. Go to more sunsets, play soccer. Oh, and quotes. I started to read more quotes. So I was like, okay, getting in the rhythm. This is what makes me feel good. This is what serves me. And I don't want to do things that don't serve me. I want to do things that serve me, that make me feel good. And so once I got to there, it was, then telling myself, okay, now you're doing things, but you're not really feeling it quite yet. You don't really feel, now I'm doing all the things I love, I'm confident. No, it wasn't there yet. So then it was like, okay, talking myself through it. It was telling myself things and truly believing it, because really quick pause. Your mind has so much power, right? Like, and I know it's so cliche, and I know it's like, oh, like, okay, your mind has so much power. But it's true. Like, the second you focus on being confident and feeling secure, your mind transitions into that and starts taking action and starts believing it. But the second that you're like, oh, Jake's not making me feel good, Jake's talking to another girl, what does this girl have? That's where your mind is. That's what it's focusing on, right? Okay. So I started telling myself things like, okay, you look beautiful in this outfit. You look awesome, or you are incredible. And I was just being gentle with myself. And I wouldn't say these out loud. This was like a thing I did in my head. And the moments that I felt bad or crummy or insecure, it was, okay, let's flip it. Instead of, oh my God, this pimple on my face is making me so ugly, it was like, dude, you're human. You're authentic, and you're uniquely made, and no one can look exactly like you or have all of your qualities, and that's freaking beautiful. I started telling myself those things. Okay, yeah, getting into a rhythm. I'm asking myself, okay, why? Why do I feel like this? Okay, let's do it. What am I doing? Okay, let's think. Let's feel. Let's feel it. And so I did all of those things, put it all into action. And it started working. It was like, okay, I feel better. I know who I am without Jake. I stand for things. I can be an individual. I don't need to be like hovering over him. I could trust him. And so once I started feeling that and getting into that rhythm, it was like, okay, not only was it translating into myself, transforming me, but then it translated into my relationship with my friends, with my family, with Jake, in front of strangers, at the gym, right? It's like, you feeling secure and going on this whole journey of feeling good within yourself translates over into all aspects of life. The second that I started doing this, Jake and I's relationship literally blossomed. It was so amazing. It was so beautiful. He no longer had to compliment me and feel like it was a chore, or having to keep giving me validation or reassurance. And instead of like being, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? Kyia needs reassurance again? Oh my gosh, I have to be doing something wrong. Instead of making him feel like that, it was, okay, yeah, this is awesome. I love you, Kyia. You're awesome. And like, you're able to work on yourself, and that's beautiful. You are beautiful. And I was like, thank you. I feel that within myself. And thank you for noticing. Thank you for understanding that. And it was just this translation, this domino effect of like everything, every aspect of life. I was like, boom, 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 more confident. And I'm telling you this literally within 5-10 minutes. But I'm telling you, this took me years and years to understand. It took me hours of just sitting alone within myself, because the days that I was going to bed, I didn't want to have to stay up another 2 more hours picking myself apart or questioning everything. I just wanted to feel good. I just wanted to not have a worry in the world. And it's worked out seriously in the best way possible. And still, no, I'm not perfect. I started this journey maybe in like year 3-ish, and now we're going on to year 5, and I'm still not perfect, and I'm still not the most confident person in the whole wide world, because I still have my, things that I struggle with my body or other things like that. But this is what started it, and I'm more of a secure person than I was 4 years ago, right? And that's all that matters. Because I'm doing better, and I'm getting better, and I'm on this journey, and I'm still going to be on this confidence, security journey. But no longer am I looking for my friends, for my family, for Jake to make me feel that, because it doesn't matter, because I feel that, right? I feel good within myself. I feel loved. I feel wanted. I did that for myself. And no, I'm not saying that when your partner compliments you or anything like that, it's a bad thing, because some people's love language, mine was at one point, and it's not a bad thing or anything, is words of affirmation. And so when I started, what was I saying? Oh, words of affirmation. So I'm not saying that like when your partner compliments you, it's a bad thing, or that means that you need it. It's just like, no, that just nurtures it. That just adds on top of it. That just adds on your security that you feel within yourself. But you don't need it, right? But yeah, it feels nice because he notices, or she notices, or they notice, or whatever. It should just add on top of that, and not like take away or subtract from your feelings of security or anything like that. And I realized, the more confident I was, the more Jake was attracted to me. And I think that goes with a lot of girls, or with a lot of guys, that when they have or girls, or whoever, whatever. But when your partner feels confident or is confident, they're more attracted to you. And the more that they want to compliment you, the more that they want to be around you. And that's what I've noticed. And like, I want Jake to feel like that. I want to be confident. I don't want to have to make him give me reassurance every other day almost, So that's my secret. You gotta feel secure first within yourself, for it to then translate in your relationship. And I believe that wholeheartedly. So thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you guys gained something awesome from this. And you guys could be doing a million different things right now, but you're here listening to me, and for that I'm seriously forever grateful. I love you guys so much. It's seriously incredible. This podcast is for the dreamers, the doers, and the go-getters. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I don't know what else to say other than I just love you. Have the best day ever.